Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 934th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 634,860 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,060 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 3 tanks, 8 armored combat vehicles, 14 artillery systems, 1 multiple launch rocket system, 29 drones, 28 vehicles, and 6 pieces of special equipment. Latvia announced a new military aid package for Ukraine valued at €40 million. The Russians launched 137 combat clashes and carried out 56 airstrikes, including 83 anti-aircraft missiles on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 428 kamikaze drones and carried out 2,800 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War, Russia reportedly aims to achieve a decisive victory in Ukraine by 2026 before likely medium to long-term economic and force generation constraints begin to significantly degrade Russia's ability to sustain its war effort in Ukraine. Russia will likely face growing challenges in the production and procurement of the material that Russian operations in Ukraine require, and the Kremlin will likely become increasingly reliant on foreign partners to meet its material needs. Ukrainian presidential advisor Alexander Kamyshin stated on September 15 that Ukraine has started domestic serial production of 155mm artillery shells. The Russian Ministry of Defense promptly responded to ultranationalists' outcry surrounding the controversial deaths of 2 drone operators in Ukraine, highlighting how Russian authorities continue to be highly attentive to backlash from the ultranationalist community. Russian ultranationalist mill bloggers praised the Russian Ministry of Defense's response to the drone operators' deaths but expressed concern about the Ministry of Defense's ability to solve the systemic issues that led to the deaths. Chechen Akhmat Spetsnaz commander Optry Lordinov aggravated Kremlin efforts to conduct prisoner-of-war exchanges for soldiers who defended against the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk Oblast while balancing his attempts to appeal to both the Russian Ministry of Defense and hardline facets of Chechen society. Ukrainian forces reportedly advanced in Glushkovsky Raion, Kursk Oblast, and Russian forces reportedly recently recaptured territory in the area as of September 15. Ukrainian forces continued offensive operations throughout their salient in Kursk Oblast, and Russian forces recently advanced in the salient. Russian forces recently advanced near Svatov, Siversk, and Donetsk City. Russian authorities continue to strengthen coercive mechanisms to support ongoing crypto mobilization efforts in order to avoid conducting a wider mobilization. In Zelensky's nightly address, he spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, Russian airstrike devastates Kharkiv residential building. Rescue operations are ongoing in Kharkiv after a Russian aerial bomb struck a multi-story residential building, causing a fire and ceiling collapses. At least 35 people, including children, have been injured, and many are trapped under the rubble. This was part of a broader Russian attack, with 4 bombs targeting the Kharkiv region and similar strikes reported in Sumy and Donetsk. He emphasized the need for long-range capabilities to counter these daily airstrikes, urging international partners to provide necessary military support. Secondly, heroic restoration of power amid continued Russian attacks. Despite ongoing Russian shelling, Ukrainian repair crews in the Donetsk region restored electricity to 150,000 residents in Kramatorsk, Slavyansk, and Kostiantynivka. He praised their efforts, highlighting their commitment to maintaining essential services under extreme conditions. In addition, severe weather in the Odessa region has caused flooding, prompting emergency services to respond, with Ukraine offering assistance to neighboring countries also affected by the heavy rains. Lastly, frontline operations continue in key regions. He received updates from Commander-in-Chief Syrsky on the military situation at the front line, focusing on the Pokrovsk, Kurakov, Toretsk, and Kupiansk regions. He expressed gratitude to Ukrainian brigades for their defense efforts and noted continued active operations in the Kursk region, which contribute to replenishing Ukraine's exchange fund of prisoners for future negotiations. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.